Hi there guys, X85 here. I'm here to do a unboxing video of the Razer Onza Tournament Edition controller and maybe a quick review, chat about a few other alternatives, and that's about it really. So I'll start off with, as I said, the unboxing. So when you order your Razer from wherever, you'll get it looking like this. Nice plastic wrapping around it, shiny Onza. So take the plastic off. White plastic. Left with this. Got a few details on the front about specification, a few on the side, finished article like talking about everything on the back, all the features, and then a message from someone called Razer Guy, who just about looks like the most awesome person ever to existed, I think. Pardon me. So, the plastic on top. You pull from underneath, and you're in. Take the controller out, pull it off the back, and you've got the controller there. You see, that's finished there. Pop it out of the plastic, and then pull the braided cable through. And this will make a fair bit of noise, so what I might do is just try and do it as quickly as possible, rather than talk over it. Probably like put some music over this or something, but I probably won't. I'll just upload it as it is. You see, I'm not really dressed up for this or attempted to make myself look any better than I usually do, so I probably won't put music over it anyway. Now, the reason why that made so much noise is because the cable is braided. I'll try and show you a bit there. I don't know if you see that. A little bit better, can't you? Now, I don't personally have an office style or a computer style office chair in my room. However, if you did, I could see that braid cable being really useful. Obviously it will stop you when, say if you run over it by accident or roll over it by accident, and get caught up in the wheels. Hopefully it should stop any damage to the cable. You shouldn't be able to pull it out of sockets or anything like that. It should be more resilient, which is always a good thing. So yeah, you get the controller out. Really shiny surface, even though it is matte. Now, like I said, it's matte surface. It's almost rubberized, I would say. Gives you a nice grip. It feels, to me, I mean, I've not felt a controller that feels nicer in the hand than this. I imagine if you have particularly sweaty hands, i.e. if you sweat entirely through your hands, then maybe it could become a problem, but I've not had that issue, as like almost every other person, I don't sweat 90% through my hands. It seems to work pretty nicely. Talk about a few of the features. If you look on the box, it will talk about your hypersensitive buttons. Now this is your Y, B, X and A. So right there, as you can see, they're pretty flat. And they take very little of a push to press. You might think that you'd brush these and they would press, but it just doesn't happen. Theoretically you should be able to press these even faster. I don't know why. I mean, as a copper you don't really need to. I mean, admittedly you need spam reload, I suppose, or you know, obviously the important double tap Y to make your gun move finally so you can shoot someone and then they'll look in the kill cam and be very impressed with your skills. But other than that, there's no real reason really. I suppose you could effectively look like a very good dead body on COD 4 if you just keep tapping Y when you're lying down, which is always a good trick. Yeah, I'm rambling. So, also on the front you've got the D-pad, which you'll see there, which is segmented rather than if I get the standard Xbox controller. It is somewhere. Here it is. As you see there, it kind of rolls around. You can't do that obviously, you just press one, then the other. I play competitive COD, so the D-pad isn't really very useful to me. I mean, the only time I've ever used it is when I played the old public and I get a kill streak, which obviously happens a lot, so yeah, I can't really comment on the pros and cons of the D-pad. However, I've never had any problem with it, so I mean that's as good as it needs to be for me, really. I'll move on to the sticks, the analog sticks. I'll show you those in detail. Now, if I grab it and twist it, if I can twist it, oh, it's not working. Fail. So there. Right, okay. Notice that more of a gap has appeared. Just all the way. Now you should see a bit of gap between the stick and the adjuster. So tighten it. No gap. Effectively what that does is it increases the resistance of the stick. So it's almost like turning down your sensitivity. So if I play on 4 or 5. With this controller I play on 5 and then put 2 clicks to the right. I don't know why, it just feels nice. It gives you more adjustment between sensitivity levels, so I mean you can't really complain at more adjustment. It just means there's more things to complain about, or not complain, but use an excuse maybe. But no, I really get along with sticks. They are slightly taller than standard Xbox sticks. Not quite as tall as standard Xbox with FPS freaks on them, which I really didn't get along with. I just those FPS freaks really didn't work for me. However, these feel really nice. When you pick up the controller overall, it feels more sensitive, and I really like the way it feels in your hand. So yeah, that's the front of the controller done. We'll talk about the top. As you can see, extra buttons and the triggers. I don't know if you can see there. I'll show you there. Are pretty long. Now with the controllers, with the trigger, sorry, I find that they feel nicer in my grip. I curl my fingers over more with the Razer, but they just feel nice. As I said, the controller overall feels really nice. I do find with the right trigger that you need to let go higher, because I find sometimes that if I don't let go, if I don't let go enough, say with an M16 or a burst weapon in general, but an M16 for instance on Black Ops, I won't fire a second burst, because what I've done is I've released it to as much as I would on a normal controller, but because these triggers are much longer, you need to release it that bit further. So the controller hasn't recognised that you have released it, and in fact won't fire a second burst. Obviously that could cost you. That's just me so far. I mean, everyone else I know who's got a Razer or who has had a Razer hasn't had that problem. So it could just be me and my grip. But I mean, I thought I'd mention it as a passing thing. I think that is one of the negatives I will say about the controller in my personal view. Luckily, due to the way the team's worked out, I've been playing an SMG objective role, so I've not needed to worry about burst weapons. Obviously, I showed you on top was the buttons on the front. Now these are extra bumpers. These are your standard bumpers at the back. These are completely programmable buttons. So almost any button on this controller can be assigned to these buttons at the front. I personally have A on the left bumper and B on the right. Now that means I have my jump on my left bumper and my knife on my right. I've done it that way around because I play standard grip, just with one thing, like 3 fingers wrapped around, 1 finger on top, thumbs on the sticks. Now, to press the right bumper, I take my finger off the shooting trigger. Ideally, I'd like to be able to jump and shoot, which I can do. If I just do that, literally just jump, shoot. I can do them both at the same time. However, you never need to knife and shoot at the same time. So I put those both on the same finger so that if I'll be doing one or the other, you don't really do both. Now I feel that this controller has improved my game slightly. I had a gap where I didn't have it as my other one broke. You see there's another box in the background just there. That is one of the cons I will mention about this controller, is reliability. I'll talk about that a bit further later. But yeah, I had this controller for about 2 months. Broke, missed it for about a week. Went back to the standard controller and really struggled. I've played really poorly. I've not yet played this yet. As you can see, I'm doing my unboxing video, so this is the first time I've had it. So yeah, I mean, I really do rate these controllers. Pros of it are the sticks feel nice ergonomically. As I said, it just feels nice as a controller. The way it grips, your fingers on the controller, just to me it fits perfectly. Hard sensitive buttons are good. I mean, there's no real, it doesn't really matter that much for Call of Duty, but I do like them. The programmable buttons, sorry, are brilliant. They've made much of a difference to me. Panic knife and things like that, much faster. I've got that little bit of advantage over people, and overall I just really like it. So yeah, negative wise, as I said, the right trigger thing with burst weapons could maybe be a problem, and reliability. Now, my other Razer, when I plug it in, nothing happens. It should, when you plug it in, these hypersensitive buttons do light up, and like a standard controller, when you sync it, like a wireless one, when you sync it, or a wired one, it will come up with a number telling you your controller's connected. It just didn't do that. Now, I noticed when I was picking it up, sorry, it made a lot of noise. It felt like there was components loose within. You can hear there's a little bit of a rattle noise, but no more than any standard controller really. So yeah, got in touch with Razer. Admittedly, I got in touch with Razer's US store, which was a bit of a mistake. However, they replied within about 3 hours, and copied in the UK team in their reply, saying that I needed a new controller, which was really good of them. And here it is. They got it out fast. So thumbs up to Razer for sorting it out. Good customer service. I really rate that. What we'll talk about is an alternative, which is the SCUF controller. So I'll just pop this down and grab the original Xbox controller. What I will say quickly before I talk about the SCUF a bit further is, if you're going to buy a standard wired pad, which you do need for LAN events if you're going to be attending, don't buy the black one. Just avoid the black one. People have had lots of problems with them. They're well known to be unreliable. Mine personally scrolls through the list of players in a lobby without any touching, or I can leave it on the side and it'll do it. It has been known to fire, reload, switch weapon just on its own. I think it's to do with electrical interference. I've got obviously my Xbox, my monitor, I've got a TV and Virgin box right near there. I've got quite a small room, so it's all quite close. iPod dock, Astro A40s. There's a fair bit of electrical equipment around my Xbox, and I think maybe that's what does it. But I've never had that problem with a white wired pad, so I would recommend, if you're going to buy one, buy a white one. But anyway, SCUF controller. Pardon me, sorry about that. SCUF controller, what it is, it looks exactly like this, but white, because they've stopped using the black controllers for the reasons I've mentioned already. What you can do is you can specify with your right stick whether you have a Xbox 360 stick, which is domed on the inside, or a PlayStation stick, which is sorry, the Xbox 360 stick is domed inwards, and the PlayStation stick is domed outwards. Now, a lot of Xbox 360 players have, I think I had a list then, didn't I? 360 players have found that playing with the PlayStation style right stick has actually been really comfortable for them, and they've really enjoyed it. I can't comment, I've not got a SCUF. I mean, if you're listening out there, SCUF Gaming, if you'd like to send me one, feel free. I'd love to review your controller. But yeah, people have noticed an improvement with that. I could see roughly why, but I think I'd have to play with it to fully adjust to it. What they've also added is on the back of the triggers, they've got, like just on the back here, they've got trigger stops, which effectively looks like someone's put a screw into the back of it. Looks like someone's attacked it maybe with a Meccano set, as someone I know says that. They say Brycey. Big shout out to you there, team manager. But yeah, I mean, it stops your trigger. It stops you pulling the trigger all the way down. So rather than pulling it like that, like this, you can see about a centimetre of movement. What you'll end up getting is about this. Theoretically, what that should do, it should allow you to pull the trigger faster and more often. So I mean that can only be a benefit, and I think they've got that on both sticks if I remember right. And the other thing they've done is on the back, in between, from these screws at the top here, are paddles coming down the inside. So if you notice, the way I play standard grip, even with a claw grip, kind of, you play with your fingers there. So what you should be able to do is just click these triggers, these paddles, sorry, and they will act as whatever button you choose. Now I think you have to pre-decide these before you order your controller. Obviously as a COD player you'd probably have A and B, so you've got jump and knife there like you do on the Razer, or like I do on the Razer. But yeah, I've read a lot of positive reviews. I've not really seen that many negative, and from what I've seen, the customer service with Scuff has been pretty good. They do sponsor a fair few professional players out there. Daredevil, ex-Farrakhan now of Team Foreign, he has a controller named after him, effectively, or it's like his, yeah, it has been named after him. I believe Team Foreign in general are sponsored by Scuff Gaming. So yeah, I mean they're getting their name out there, so I don't know, I can't honestly comment how good they are, but like I said, I've not really seen many negative reviews, so thumbs up. What I will say is, it is a really good thing to see lately that two companies have come out and made controllers aimed towards a competitive gamer. I mean the Xbox has been out since about 2006 I think, so you're looking at 5 years, and no one's really made a custom controller aimed at competitive gaming. I mean they've made turbo controllers, but I mean, they're banned at LANs, and with good reason. It just makes it pointless. It's not a skill, it's just what your controller's got. I mean I suppose you can say to an extent that these controllers are the same. They're not adding to your skill. They're just, I mean, if you've got the controllers, you're getting an advantage. However, I don't think they're providing you with an unfair advantage like a turbo controller does. So yeah, I mean it's really good to see. And obviously, two different companies breeds competition, and hopefully there'll be another controller out soon. Maybe another company will come along. Maybe Razer or Scuff will make their own, another one, as an improvement. It's nice to see. So yeah, I'm going to wrap up the video here, about 17 minutes in, which you're probably thinking is far too long, but you know what happens when you start talking, sometimes you just can't stop. Yeah, if you want me to review any products, obviously it has to be realistic. I'm not going to go out and spend my money on something just so you can see what it's like. I mean, if you are watching this and you happen to work for a company in gaming, you want me to review any of your products, please do let me know. I can review a few things thanks to the Centre Extreme Gaming. Now if you don't know about Extreme Gaming, they're our major sponsor. Their website is www.extremegaminguk.co.uk. They're a UK LAN centre. I think they're the first to be an Xbox 360 exclusive LAN centre. I mean they've been around for 4 years. They're doing really well. So I mean they've got good sponsorships. I mean Astro sponsor an arena, SteelSeries sponsor the Zombie Arena, Triton sponsor their Sci-Fi Zone. We've also got GT Omega supplying racing rigs. So yeah, I mean I can review a few products. We've got SteelSeries 5XBs if you're interested, which are a really good, which is like entry level but like a lower level tier of headset. I've got a pair of Astro 40s myself, which I can review with the mix amp if you are interested. There's a new set of Tritons in. I believe I can't remember what the model is, but I think they're roughly about £130, and they come with their own mix amp. So I can review those if you like. I'd quite like to review those myself, so please do let me know. I believe that's it. I mean, I suppose I could talk you through my setup, or I've got a new monitor. XA Bryce's got a different monitor which he uses, and the Centre I've got a different monitor, so I can talk through the pros and cons of all those. I will be looking to do more of these vBlog style videos, just to add content to our YouTube, and hopefully using a better quality camera. I have had to resort to using a webcam from a laptop, as I can't find an alternative, and I really wanted to get this controller unboxed before we go to ECL on Friday, which is 2 days away. So yeah, I wanted to get this done, so I had to resort to this, but I will try and get a better camera for next time. So yeah, just let me know what kind of products you want reviewed, or any idea you have on content we can add to our YouTube. Please subscribe, like, comment, just anything, just let us know what your opinion is of this, and yeah, we'll make more videos, and hopefully we'll see you soon. Like I said, I've been xA-Defiant. Just before I go, I just want to say a big shout out to Crazy Tops. Just drop that controller there, sorry. Crazy Tops, they designed our, well, I designed them, kind of, I just gave them a Photoshop image. They printed our polo shirts, and I gave them a pretty short deadline. I told them last Monday I wanted shirts done, and I needed them done by Thursday, which is tomorrow. You can see I'm wearing one. So they did it. They did it on Monday, in fact. So they did it 6 days. I think they had it done by Sunday night. So they got the tops ordered, printed, and everything. And they're really smart. So I'll just show you quickly what they look like. As you can see, there's our badge there, Extreme Academy. This will be the wrong way around, I imagine, because of the webcam. Extreme Gaming logo. The X is from Extreme Gaming. Quickly try and show you my gamer tag on the back. Don't know if you can see that. So yeah, big shout out to the guys at Crazy Top there. They're, I mean, really nice people, and they've done a really good job for us, and I'm ecstatic with how these tops come out. They're kind of cool. They're kind of rugby style, but they come out really, really nice. I'm really impressed. So yeah, I'll leave a link to their website in the comment box. Please do go have a look at them. Ways to get in touch with us: you can message us on YouTube, obviously, if you're here. We've got Extreme Gaming's website. If you just leave a comment there, it's www.extremegaminguk.co.uk. We've also got Facebook. If you just search Extreme Academy, we'll be there. You'll see our badge, which I've just shown you, which is on the shirt there. And we're on Twitter as well, at xacod. xacod. Nice and easy. So yeah, please do get in touch, and hopefully I'll see you soon. I've been xA-Defiant. Thank you.